Hey, just want to make a quick video for you guys. If you notice, I'm wearing my Tactical Response hoodie today. This is the hoodie I picked up after I took Fighting Pistol from James Yeager. And if you have followed James Yeager, if you're on his Facebook, Instagram, YouTube deleted his channel today. He received his third community strike, and with that, his page, his whole entire channel, gone. So, couple things here is one, people either really hate James Yeager or they really love him. So there's nobody really in between, like, I don't really know what I think about him. You either really hate him and you want to like punch him in the face, or you would drive to Camden, Tennessee right now to help him. So if you really hate him, I would ask you if you ever met him in person or have you ever taken a class from him. Generally, people who hate him have never done that. Like, I wouldn't send that guy money, and I get it, it's okay. But those who have met him, whether it be at a conference or a class or whatever, generally have a different impression of him. So I will tell you my James Yeager story and take it for what it's worth. But I met James Yeager at the Iraq Veteran 80 shoot a number of years ago, and without getting too personal information, I just ran a really bad call. One of the worst calls of my career as far as graphic-wise, emotional-wise. Just one of those calls you never forget, and it was bad. And so we're on the runway. We've been shooting guns all day. I'd had a great day, and some other YouTubers didn't mean anything by it, just said, man, what's the worst call you've ever ran? And I lost it. I was not emotionally stable. The PTSD for first responders was absolutely full front there. And I told them in very graphic detail what the worst call I've ever run was. And James Yeager, I'd never met him before. I'd watched his YouTube videos. When he walked by, I shook his hand and said, hey, sir, I'll watch your videos. And didn't realize he knew who I was. I'm not saying he subscribes and watched all my videos, but he at least knew who I was, which I was pretty impressed with. He looks at me after I said this very graphic detail about his call. He says, you're not right. And I was like, no, I'm not. And he stopped what he was doing, and we had a conversation for about 30 minutes about how to deal with stress, how to deal with PTSD, and for that, man, I'm grateful. I mean, he can be a jackass. He's the foulest mouthed guy I know, and he can be a jackass. But for that 30 minutes, he took time to talk to me. And after the conversation was over, he invited me to Fighting Pistol. I left, went to NRA that year in Tennessee, went to Camden, Tennessee, took Fighting Pistol. And James Yeager treated me like I was family. When I got there, my wife and kids were there, and we come up Friday night. He had pizza. I mean, he talked to my kids like they were his long-lost uncle. I mean, just a solid dude. So that's my opinion of James Yeager. Take it for what it's worth. I know he can be a jackass. He can be a jerk. He's got a foul mouth. I understand that. But his opinion is a valuable member of this gun community that you think you're a part of, you say you're a part of. And if you disagree with him, agree with him, I get it. Yes, YouTube is a private entity, and they can do whatever the heck they want to do. They can shut my channel down right now, and there's nothing I can do about it. The Second Amendment doesn't affect a private company. It affects me from talking trash against the government. But it still really sucks that they had the monopoly on this, because we can't go anywhere else. Well, we can, but Full 30 isn't a solid platform because it's a limited audience. There's another one, Viral Herd, coming up and about right now, but there again, it's a limited resource, a limited audience. It's just the audience is there on YouTube. So I get it, guys, but it is what it is. So we're posting. So Yeager's obviously going to work through trying to get the channel back. He's already got another channel up. I think it's just called Tactical Response, if I remember correctly. I'll put that up. But it just sucks. I know a number of the gun channels have already got community strikes against them. My buddy Such got 2 against him. He got the 1 taken off. I think he was working on the other one. But it sucks that this is going on for the gun community. So just want to make a video, just make you aware about what's going on. So the censorship continues. So, and someone asked in my last video, am my videos still getting demonetized? And yes, about half of them get demonetized when I upload them. And the other half, it's weird, like the how to fold, like the folding the hyphens. It was up for almost 36 hours, maybe even 48 hours. 36 hours, we'll go with that. And gets flagged, boom, and gets demonetized. And then I have to go review it. And it's just a pain in the rear. So, yes, and even my channel as a first aid, trying to help people who are gonna be the first responder, that immediate responder to help save lives, is getting flagged. So, oh well, we'll keep it going. We'll keep doing what we want to do. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember the right gear and the right training. And I forgot, here's the other funny story. And this was on video somewhere. So we're at the Iraq veteran shoot a few years back. Dead silence. Iraq. So here's the other funny story about James Yeager. We're at the IV shoot, and Eric's talking to me. We're just shooting the bull. And I think I'm on microphone. Everybody's quiet, just listening. And Eric introduced me as SkinnyMedic, and the crowd's quiet. And Yeager yells out, "I thought it was Shitty Medic." And everybody busted out laughing. So that's how I got my name, Shitty Medic. So if you're at the NRA or something like that, and James Yeager is going to call me Shitty Medic, and there are guys that are like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." So guess when I'm old and fat and no longer on the truck anymore, can't teach anymore, I'm just going to be Shitty Medic.